Hi everyone, I hope you are doing great. It's your favorite CAD addict, Best of Delta. If you're here for the first time, please click the subscribe button and do not forget to hit the notification bell so I'll be the first to know when next I post a video. Well, if you are an old timer here, thanks for hanging around. It shows you're doing great. Thanks a lot, and I really appreciate that. So today we're going to be looking at another exercise. As you can see, I have my PDF document already open. If you yet to download this PDF document, the link to download this PDF document is in the description of this video, so check the description for the link. Alright, so today we are going to be looking at exercise 8. Alright, so straight to CAD. Alright, as usual, click on new, then you click on CAD ISO. Alright, so let's start off by creating layers. I believe you already know how to do that, so I'll just go straight up to create layers. The first layer I want to create is called construct 1, and the layer color we're gonna be using, the color we're gonna be using for this layer is cyan. Alright, click OK, then you close the dialog box. Now next up we also need to create another layer called dimension layer. So click on new layer, dimension, let's just leave that dimension 1. Alright, so that is it. So next up, I want to create some lines, some construction lines. Okay, so I'll go straight to the draw ribbon, click on it, click line. Go to draw ribbon, click on the drop down of the draw ribbon, click on it, then you click on construction line. Yes, click on construction line. I want to start up from the origin, so I'll type in 0,0, press enter on the keyboard. Right, that is it. So I will zoom in to see the extent. Alright, so that is our origin right there. You see how the is locking to the UCS icon to tell that is our origin. So I need a vertical and horizontal construction line, so I'm going to lock this construction lines to both the vertical at 90 degrees and to the horizontal at 0 degrees. Alright, that's it, just like that. Okay, now we're done creating this construction line. I want to get rid of this UCS icon, so I'll just click on it. Then click on UCS icon settings, click on show UCS icon at origin to deselect it. Alright, that is it. So I'm still zooming in. Alright, next up, let's go back to our PDF document. Okay, so I want to draw in fixed. I want to offset the entire distance, this entire length of this drawing. The height is 50. Okay, altogether is 200. So I'm going to offset that vertical construction line at a distance of 200. So I'm offsetting this vertical construction line at a distance of 200. Alright, so I'll go to modify, click offset, type in the offset distance 200, press enter. Alright, you click on the line you want to offset, click on it. So that is our distance. So as you can see, it's very small, so I have to zoom out. Alright, so I'll zoom out, see, and then I'll pan to centralize the drawing. I'll zoom out again until I'm satisfied with the distance. Alright, so I think we can work with this. So I'll press escape key on the keyboard to exit the zoom command, pan command. So I'll do that. Alright, so next up, we want to start off by drawing in our actual lines. Okay, so back to PDF document. Alright, this distance, okay, I have a distance, a rectangle of 200 by 50. Yes, 50 by 200. Yes, so first off we want to draw in that rectangle. So I'll go back to CAD. Alright, go to draw ribbon, then click line, and I'll start up from this point. Okay, I want I want my cursor to lock into this point of intersection. As you can see, it's not doing that. So I'll go to the object snap down here at the bottom right of the screen. So I'll click on object snap. Okay, the drop down for just now. I'll select intersection. It's not selected, that's why it's not locking to that point of intersection. So I'll still need midpoint, need center. Alright, so yeah, I guess this will do for now. So we'll leave that. So let's try that again. Now you see, now it locks to that point of intersection. Right, so I'll lock it down there. Then sorry, we are on the wrong layer, so I have to exit this command. Exit it. Then I'll go back to the layers ribbon. Then I'll click on drop down menu of the layers ribbon, select our main layer, which is 0 layer, click on it. Now we are the 0 layer is our current layer. So I'll go back to draw ribbon, click line, then I'll lock it to that point of intersection. Then I'll type in the distance I want. So the distance I want for now is 50. Right, type in 50. That's it, 50. Okay, that's it. Then I'll press the space button on the keyboard to re-enter the previous command. So I'll start off from this point as well. I'll enter lock the cursor to this point of intersection. Now type in distance of 50. That's it. Alright, next up, I'll still on this drawing ribbon. If you check our PDF document, you see that this the width of this rectangle is 50. Alright, so we are going to drawing this, then join it up. Alright, so let's do that. So I'll go to I'll press the space key on the keyboard to re-enter the line command. So I'll do that. So I'll lock it to this point of intersection, the end of the line, then distance 50 according to the dimension I have on our PDF document. Alright, so I'll type in 50 and straight to this edge with the head of this extension. As you can see, you see where my cursor is right now, but you see a line, a dotted line, right across the horizontal. That is what we call extension line. Okay, it helps us to easily locate points. Alright, so I will lock this cursor to this end to this point of intersection. Alright, so I'll lock it on, click on it, then I'll join back to this end. Now we've gotten that alright, so next up, back to our PDF document. Next up, we want to draw in this, alright, this chord, this kind of this chord. Alright, so we want to draw it in. So how do we do that? So this point where my cursor is right now, you can see it's away from this end. It's away from this side a distance of 20. If the entire distance here is 50, and from this point down to this end, from this point to this end is 30, so take away 30 from 50, we have 20. So we are going to offset this at a distance of 20 from that end. Then we offset from the right end as well at a distance of 20 to locate these points, these 2 points. Okay, then we also offset this. Alright, the entire distance here, the entire width is 50, and from this dimension you can see that from the very base to this point is 30, which means you can also have offset this horizontal line. We offset it at a distance of 20 as well to get these points. Okay, just what we need to do is to get these points, then we can easily join that in. Alright, so let's do that. Back to CAD. Alright, next up, yes, so we are going to offset this. Alright, so go to modify ribbon, click offset, type in distance of 20, then press enter on your keyboard. Now we'll click on the lines we want to offset. We want to offset this line, and we also want to offset this line. So let's click on them. We're offsetting this line to the right. So offset at the distance of 20. We'll come down to this side, we'll offset to the left at the distance of 20 as well. Alright, so next I want to offset this line as well at a distance of 20. Alright, so we're offsetting it downwards. Alright, so this point right here, okay, I'll press escape key to exit this offset command. Now this point right here where my cursor is right now, this point of intersection of these lines we just offset gonna be serving as the point of intersection of these points. Yeah, they are going to be serving as the end of these two lines here. Alright, so back to CAD. So get go to the draw ribbon, click line, then lock your cursor to the end of this line. Okay, lock it to this end. Alright, click on that, then you join this line to this point of intersection. Yes, that point. Alright, so then you take the line, join it to this point of intersection as well, then join it to the end of this line. Right, that's it. Then press escape on the keyboard to exit. Now we're done with this line, so we can easily delete them. So just click on them to align them, click on them, click on these lines, just click on them, then you press delete on the keyboard. Now that's our code there, that's our drawing right there. So next up, we want to draw in the cycle. So we'll go back to our PDF document. Alright, so what is the radius of this cycle? The first the inner cycle is 30 degrees radius, and the outer cycle is 60-degree radius. Alright, so let's do that. Let's draw in the cycle. So how do we locate the center of this cycle? Alright, we have to offset. Okay, we are going to offset this line, this horizontal line where my cursor is right now. We are going to offset it at a distance of 70. Alright, offsetting at a distance of 70. Alright, so let's do that. Back to CAD. Alright, go to modify ribbon, click on offset, type in distance 70, press enter on your keyboard, then click on the horizontal line we want to offset, which is where my cursor is right now. Click on it, then offset it upwards. Alright, that's it, that's the line right there. So the middle of this line, the midpoint of this line is going to serve as the center of our cycle. Alright, so I want to pan a little bit. I'm panning downwards, okay, to create enough space for our cycle. Alright, so I'll press escape to exit the pan command. Next up, we want to draw in the cycle. The cycles are radius 30 and 60. Alright, so I'll go to draw ribbon, click on cycle. Alright, click on cycle. We'll lock our cursor to the midpoint of this line we just offset. Alright, so lock it to this midpoint, click on it, type in radius 30 for the first smaller cycle, press enter. That's the circle right, and you press the space bar on the keyboard to re-enter the cycle command. Right, next you lock it to this point of the midpoint of the line. Alright, lock it on, then we'll type in radius 60, then press enter on the keyboard. Now that's our circle right there. Next up, we're done with this line, this horizontal line, so we can highlight it, then delete, press delete on the keyboard to delete it. So that's it. Next up, we'll back to our PDF document. Next up, we want to draw in these lines. Okay, we want to draw in these lines, and you can see these are tangent lines touching the cycle, the outer cycle at just one point. Okay, so let's go to CAD. How do you do that? You go to your object snap, ensure that yes, tangent is highlighted, but we need to deselect some of this, right? Will not disturb us in locating the tangents of the outer cycle. So I'm going to deselect some of these points, what the ones that we don't really need at this moment. Alright, so I'll deselect midpoint, center, I'll deselect intersection and the extension. Alright, so back to then you go to draw ribbon, click line, then lock it to this end point, to the end of this line, lock it on to that point, then locate the point of tangents. Okay, the tangency on this cycle right there, you click on it. So that's it. Then escape, press then you press the space bar on your keyboard to re-enter the line command. Come down to this end as well, lock your cursor to that point, the end point of this line, then join it to the point of tangent on this cycle. Alright, so that's it. So that's our shape right there. That's our shape right there. So yeah, back to PDF. Yeah, that's our shape right there. Next up, we want to put in the dimensions. All right, so let's do that. So I'm for now I'm gonna turn off the construction layer so that we'll no longer see these construction lines. All right, so I'll go to the layers ribbon, click on the drop down menu of the layers ribbon, then click on this symbol of a light bulb right beside the console one. Click on it to turn it off. All right, that's it. Now next up, we want to put in our dimensions, but I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that we'll have enough space for our dimensions. All right, so I'll zoom by using the roller part of my mouse. All right, so straight now we want to dimension, so I will change our current layer to the dimension 1. All right, so go to layers toolbar. Sorry, as you can see, the color of our dimension 1 layer is not really what we want, so I'm going to change it to blue. So you click on this small box where my cursor is right now, click on it. Yes, and you yeah, we are using blue, so I'll click on blue, then click OK. So back to layers ribbon, make the dimension 1 our current layer by clicking on it. So we are now on the dimension 1 layer, so we can start dimensioning right now. So go to the annotation ribbon, click dimension. Yes, click dimension, then align. Yes, click between the distance you want to, the endpoints of the distance you want to dimension. All right, so I'll click on this end, click on this end, then yeah, so you can see the text, the dimension text are very small, so it's not really that visible. So I'm going to do some changes. So I'll go to the drop down menu of the annotation ribbon, then click on the dimension style where my cursor is right now. Click on dimension style. Yes, click on that, and you click on the modify tab. Click on modify tab. Yeah. All right, so next up we go to test tab. Click on the test tab. Right here we'll have the preview screen. Whatever changes you make, you're going to see it on the preview screen. All right, so I'll change the text height to, yeah, where my cursor is right. I change it. Let's change it to 7. Let's see what that does. All right, so you can see I'll click OK, then we'll check it out. We'll see if it's okay. All right, so I believe this is okay, so we can work with this. So I will go ahead, we'll proceed to dimensioning. All right, so click on dimension, this hand to this very hand. Yeah, lock it down to that point. Okay, right there. Right, so this distance. Yeah, all right. Okay, yes, we need this distance. You see what's going on? I want to lock it on to the point of intersection. Yeah, there, right there. Oh, that's wrong, so I'll get rid of it. So let's go back to object snap. We want to turn back the intersection option back on. Alright, we're done with text, we can deselect it. So we'll choose back the midpoint center and the rest of them. Alright, so back to dimension, go to annotation ribbon, click dimension, can go back to dimension in the drawing. Right, so locks to that point. Yeah, that's what I want. So that distance is 30. Yeah, 30. All right, next up, this point here down to this point. Yeah, this end is what is distance? 30 as well. Right, so yeah, dimension, what is the distance between this point to this very end? So let's do that. The center, or the center of the cycle, yeah, that's what we want. 70. Right, so dimension, what is the radius of these cycles? 60. 120. Yeah, that's correct. Now, but I don't want these lines cutting across the cycle, so I just want it to be on the cycle, not cutting across it. So I'll press escape to exit the dimension command. Alright, so I'll go back to want to change this line, this dimension style, so that this dimension line will not be cutting across our cycle. So I'll go to the annotation ribbon, click on the drop down menu, go to dimension style, click on it, then go to modify tab, click on it. Next up, let's go to fit, click on fit. Now draw dimension line between extension, and where my cursor is right now, deselect it. Alright, you see the changes right now. Just take a look at the previous screen right here. Let me select it. You see the line cutting across this point. That's why we don't want it. Alright, so you click on this point, right, click on it. That should do it. That's it. Alright, so you click OK, then you click close. Now it's better off. I think I like it this way. It's better off this way. Alright, so that is it. Now next up, I don't want these lines here. Alright, I don't want this line to cut across all these main lines. So I'll click on it, then I'll click on this point. Okay, then I'll adjust it to this end using the extension line, to my advantage. The green line right there, you seeing it, the broken line, it's called extension line, so I'm using it to my advantage. Alright, so that's it. So now we've gotten our drawing with all the dimensions in, so I can zoom out right now. You can zoom out, right, so I'll pan, centralize it. Now that's it. So that's it. That's good. Alright, so you might want to put this on your paper. So I believe you can do that by now. We really didn't look at anything new today. Still we looked at offset. Yeah, we made use of offset, the construction layer. So this is also an easy one. Alright, so this is also an easy one, so you can easily do this. Okay, right, so okay, let's try putting this on our paper space. Alright, so go at the bottom left of your screen, click on layout 1. Yes, click on layout 1. Right, that's our drawing right there. That's a drawing right there. Right, so we can if we want to get rid of this grid, we don't want it, we don't like this grid right here, so I want to get rid of it. So you come to the bottom right of the screen where my cursor is right now, click on the paper to switch back to the model space. All right, that's it. We're back on the model. Even while we're still in the paper space, we are back in the model space. All right, so I can deselect, click on the grid mode to deselect it. Right, that's it. So we can click back on the model space to switch back to paper space. All right, that's it. So next up, we don't want to see this border line. This line here is kind of messing our drawing up, so we don't want to get rid of it. So you might want to create another layer specifically for that line. Right, so I'll click on new layer. I'll call it viewports. Okay, viewports, then press enter. All right, the color doesn't really matter because we're going to turn it off later on. So I'll close this dialog box, select the I'll select the border line. Now I'll take it to the viewports. Okay, it's now on the viewports. So next up, I'll click on this light bulb where my cursor is right now. I'll click on it to turn it off. All right, so I'll click on the light bulb. Now we've gotten rid of that. That was easy, right? So that's it. So this hard drawing right there, you can go ahead and draw in your title blocks on the border line. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.